trying something new. It's called What Have I Learned Today? And it's inspired by two people, this idea that I have no idea if I'll keep up or what I'll really do with it. One, a friend of mine, and two, Bo Burnham. um, it is September 2nd, by the way, September 2nd, 2023, and my idea is every day I will wrap up by expressing something that I have learned. And I think that I'm going to try to journal and write this stuff out as well sometimes. But a friend of mine has been asking me almost on a daily basis for the past week, like, what did you learn today? I don't know where that came from. I didn't even ask. I just started answering. And at one point I had asked one day as well. And I just thought it was kind of like a fun practice. And again, it wasn't anything that was discussed. It was just like happening. And I was like, okay, sure, I'm on board. And then I was watching Bo Burnham's Inside outtakes. And so I'd watched Inside, and then it was like a couple days later, watched the outtakes with Rebecca, and felt somewhat inspired to do something different with vlogging, and I don't know what that is other than this. And if you don't know Bo Burnham, he's a comedian, artist, I don't know what else to call him. He's brilliant. He's a brilliant mind, and he's got a couple specials on Netflix, 3 at least, even if you count the outtakes, then 4. I haven't seen the middle one on Netflix. I've seen, I think it's called What? And then I don't remember what the middle one's called. Or maybe I'm confusing it. I saw the first one, I haven't seen the second one, then I've watched the third one, and then the outtakes from that. And it was just brilliant. Like, the newest one is just brilliant. And I tried to watch it when it came out. So many people were talking about it, and I just couldn't get into it. And I'm glad that I finally gave it a shot, because it's fantastic, and you should watch it. He's very layered, and there's a lot of depth there, and a lot of meta-ness. But, yeah, what did I learn? What did I learn today, which is really yesterday, but I'm talking about it today. I learned that I really love Bo Burnham. I learned that I have a lot of respect for him as an artist, more so than before. Like, I feel like it's without doubt now. Whereas beforehand I was like, oh, I'm not 100% sure, and whatever, and I just kind of felt wishy-washy about him. But that's what I learned today. This will probably be the longest one. I don't want to make these really long. And I don't know. Again, my ideas are that I might compile them into just like a video for the month and be like, what did I learn today? And this is just all of September or something. Or what did I learn this week? I don't know. It's definitely, I don't know, because I don't want to do like one video for everything, but I want to say like, what did I learn today every day. But seeing as how this was so long to start things off, because I'm also explaining it, I don't know. But what did I learn? I learned that I love Bo Burnham. I love his artistry. And he's just so unique to anything else or anyone else that I've seen, with his lowbrow comedy that's very mixed with really intelligent conceptual ideas, also mixed with song. And his work ethic is brilliant as well. And just like his everything. And not just from seeing Inside, where he was alone and just did everything himself, but just his creating of songs and coordinating that with light shows and everything else on stage. Like, it's a ton of work. But also just the things that he speaks about are... I don't know how to word it other than I've already talked about, like, these great conceptual things, very self-reflective, very existential, emotional, but they are paired with all these like lowbrow funny jokes at the same time. So I think he's brilliant. Those are the reasons that I love him. What did I learn today? I love Bo Burnham. what did I learn today? I learned that I'm on the fence about the exercise of answering such existential questions for myself, such as what is the purpose of life, or what is the meaning, or what else is there to life. I don't know how useful answering that question will be for me. September 4th, what did I learn today? I learned, or maybe reaffirmed, the knowledge that I don't like things that are ridiculous just for ridiculous sake, for the most part. I was thinking about this movie, I think This Is the End, I think that's what it's called, just like a lot of comedic actors in there, had potential to be really funny. I had no interest in it when it came out at all, and then I'd seen a clip here or there, like on Instagram, and I thought, you know what, maybe I'll do that, and maybe under the influence of cannabis, I will really enjoy that. And I did not. I did not at all, because it was just kind of silly for silly's sake. September 5th. Today I learned, part of it is a reaffirmation and part of it is a clarification on that. I learned that I would very much rather live in a rural area, a little bit just like acreage style almost, or just like in a really small town, but like property that is a little bit separated, but not isolated enough so that I'm like freaked out by not having anyone close by in case of emergencies. That I would much rather do that, but live very close, like within an hour to a big city, so that I can go in once a week and do what I need to do, and then just go back home and not have to deal with it again. I really like a metropolis. I like the energy of a metropolis. I like that when I go, to Vancouver, I can just, like, I barely have to talk to anyone, but I can be around everyone so much. Like, people just mind their own business and, like, just go about their day. You get on the SkyTrain, you got your headphones in, and you're just vibing, just doing your own thing. You wander into a bookstore if you want, whatever. Like, the times that I've been there, which has only been twice, 3 times. Twice as an adult. That was kind of like, I just love it. I love the energy. And same thing like in a university, a lot of the times just like that energy, like people are busy and they're doing their own thing. That's what I like. Like, this really small town, like I don't like, I get really, now that I'm talking about it, I just get more into it. But like, being a regular somewhere is kind of fun. But it all comes back. What I really learned is that it all comes back to just having to rely on people or talk to people that you don't know. Because, like, sure, you meet new people, it happens. But, I mean, like, if I have to have discussions with people that I can't trust or that I know, and I have to, like, again, if I have to rely on them for information or for this or that, that's why it's like, again, it all comes down to money. And like, if I had the money to do that and live in that kind of setup, I would just, live out a bit and then come into town once a week for groceries and hit up whatever, just get that energy of the city, just feel that energy and whatever, and just like deal with people just like the one day. But again, I mean, ideally I wouldn't even have to deal with people unless I wanted to, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like so many things frustrate me on such a stupid level that I'm just like, I just don't know how to do it. I don't know how to be a lot of the time, because I'm like, I just want a very specific customer service experience in any regard, whether it be working with, like, trying to figure things out with government or having to do this or that. And that's why the money equals freedom thing, right? Because I'm like, if I have to go, like, I want to go and enjoy the bookstore or something, But if I have to deal with the fact that things are labeled horribly and they're disorganized and like, I don't mean like, I don't know how to describe it. I just mean dealing with people who don't have the same values and don't care about the things I care about, like efficiency, right? For dealing with inefficient people who also are not good at communicating is really difficult for me, and I want to do it the least amount as possible. So I feel like the desire for isolation isn't like I'm okay with being alone. Like, yes, I would, I'm fine with that, but I love the energy that a lot of people can offer when I don't have to speak to them. What did I learn today? I'm going to give you two things. One, I learned that I don't need to wait until the end of the day before I can tell you what I learned today. The other thing is that I still have difficulty being an inhabitant in this society just as much as I used to. I have a very hard time dealing with the majority of people that exist, and that is because I feel like the majority of people that exist have incredibly different values than I do when it comes to things like kindness and efficiency, but efficiency being the first thing. That's what I learned. I learned that I haven't really, I thought maybe just because I hadn't felt it that strong that many days in a row, but it's been coming at me from all angles in the past few days, from like so many different source points of like having to deal with people that are horrible at communicating, organizing, planning, and it's just a lot. What did I learn today? I learned this morning that I learned why I've been having trouble sleeping upon waking up. So I've been taking some new medication, and unfortunately, it like makes me wake up in the middle of the night to pee. Like, it doesn't matter when I stopped drinking water before bed, if I went, which I always do right before bed. Like, it used to make me wake up like 2 or 3 times their night, but I started taking it way earlier in the day, and I only wake up once in the night now. But this past week with the temperature, I've turned my fan off, and I've liked the temperature way better with my fan off. I've never had it out on when I sleep as like a white noise thing. It's always been just like a temperature control thing. And I was like, okay, I've got a humidifier on and whatever. But when I go to bed, like if it's like 10:30, even though I live in a really quiet neighborhood and everything else is like settled, it's like still early enough that there's like a little bit of noise somewhere that like I just can't really perceive on like a surface level, but my body must be able to perceive it because I fall asleep just fine. And then I and then I wake up at whatever time, 5 a.m. or whatever it is, to pee, and I try to go back to sleep, and it's like dead quiet, other than my humidifier, which is really low in volume. So it's just like dead quiet, and I think that's why I can't fall back asleep, because I've been exhausted like every day because I can't fall back asleep, and that's the reason. I'm pretty sure. It just seemed obvious this morning. So I feel like I'll have to turn my fan on if I wake up in the middle of the night, just so that I've got that white noise. I don't know. I don't. It's like conditioning, right? I don't want to condition my body to need this thing that I don't feel like I should need. So, I don't know, but I also want to get a good sleep. That's what I learned today.